The first part is the slowest one, so it's all good. All right, so what we have here, the first on the left there, you have that black thing is the Empire State Building, and those gray things on it are the renderings of what some cryptozoologists thought would be the actual size of some giant squids based on popular accounts of how big giant squids got. Now the problem was that people were seeing real squids. They were really describing giant squids that they saw washed ashore or at sea, but they weren't really measuring them. They were just like pacing them out. They were like eyeballing them and saying, hey, this is, it looks like it's about 100 feet, 200 feet. It's kind of like if I'm leaving the bar today and two of you were to mug me with a knife, by the time I get home, it's going to be like 20 of you robbing me with a bazooka. It's just going to be, it's going to be exaggerated because that's what we do, and that's what people have done through history. So unless you have a real measurement with an actual measuring instrument, we don't know exactly how big these things are. But now we have a better sense of that. So the other thing, before I talk about how big these squids are, I'm going to talk about globsters, which are these big blobs of something that washed ashore. And they've done this over the last 100 years at least. They found the first famous one was here in St. Augustine in Florida. And this was a mystery for a long time. It took years to rot, and people would come for, it was a tourist attraction. People would come and look at this 4-ton mass of rotting matter. And it kind of looked, if you look at it closely, it looks like there's a big body there with kind of some stumps of some tentacles. So a lot of people, serious biologists, thought, well, maybe this is an octopus. And until the 1990s, people still argued about this. So people thought, well, if you look at it under a microscope, it still looks kind of like an octopus. I think that might be what it is. Even though the biggest octopus we know of today is about the size of a basketball with 10-foot arms, maybe there's a 4-ton octopus out there. Well, finally, someone actually looked at with an electron microscope. And actually, that's what people thought it might have been. But then they ended up looking at it with the electron microscope, and they saw this. And here, those upper 5 pictures are the different globsters, the different masses of stuff that got washed on the shore. The lower right one is from a whale, and they're very similar. They're just masses of collagen, so they think it's a whale. It's a piece of a whale's skin and blubber that got washed ashore. So it's kind of disappointing. When I was a kid, I wanted it to be a 4-ton octopus, but I don't think there is one. It doesn't look like it. But it's still pretty cool. So I'm going to take a quick poll. Here is a big squid, okay? Now, if you were to imagine the biggest squid that's alive today, that's ever been weighed, and compare it to some familiar living things that are around today,